I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone.
Hello and welcome to your tutorial of the website Tinkercad, where you've just found out from present Mr. Meyer, who's standing in the room with you, that you'll be doing a 3D printing project using this website. So present Mr. Meyer, being the super nice guy that he is, has already got you to this screen probably by getting you signed up and putting in your nice little join code so that you can start working on Tinkercad. So what we're going to do from here, past Mr. Meyer is going to take it now and kind of show you how to go through some of these little steps here in these lessons. And I'm not going to make this very long because this website does an excellent job of actually showing you pretty much for you. So we're going to go ahead and just get started. So what you're going to do is we're going to go to this very first lesson, and you're just going to say begin lesson, and it's going to show you how to start manipulating things, moving things around on the work plane. Look at that, it's even labeled the work plane. So what we're going to do is we're going to just follow along with this, and it's going to have to actually read stuff there. So it says, let's learn to move shapes along the work plane. Now just drag the light brown construction to the area outlined in the orange. Be as accurate as you want. So what we're doing is we're taking this outside thing, you click it, you can drag it, slide it to wherever you want to, and you want to try to put it into this little orange area right there. Unclick to let go, and you are good to go. There you are. Hit next. There you go. Complete the lesson. That's so easy, right? You're going to go ahead and go through a whole bunch of these other lessons. It'll show you how to move this and to look around, sliding things around, spinning it around, you know, all of that good, wonderful stuff right there. It's going to show you how to do some of that stuff. So I want you to go ahead and continue through those lessons. I'm going to pause this and fast forward to one of the last ones. So why don't you go ahead and pause this video, continue on, find out what's behind the curtain, go to the next lessons. And when you get to the name plate, come back to this video, please. Okay. All right, so hopefully you made it through all those little tutorials pretty easily and have figured out how to, you know, slide this thing around, move things around a little bit so that you're, you know, not restricted to the little view that's there. So this is going to be what we're going to make. We're going to actually make this little name key plate thing. I'm going to move this out of the way for right now. And you're going to use these letters that are all up here. Now, it doesn't matter what color they are. Remember, a 3D printer only can print in one color anyways. These just kind of are used to distinguish different things. And so what you're going to do is you're going to use your first name, spell out your first name right in here. So for instance, I'm just going to use my last name, because I can. I'm going to put my letters right in there. And again, if you want to kind of move this, I'm going to, whoops, that's zoomed in way too far. I can space this out however I want. There we go. That's a pretty good size right there. Now I'm going to grab an E next. And there was a reason why I did my last name, because I want to show you something here. Whoops, get out of the way. Get out of the way. There we go. Okay, so I'll grab my Y next. Oh, Mr. Meyer, I need another E, and I've already used my E. Oh, well, silly student. All you have to do is click on that. If you do a Control C, which is a Control Copy, and Control V, you will then paste it and make yourself a second letter, which is super nice. So I think you remember this from last year, the Control Copy, the Control Paste, Control C, Control P, V, not P, don't do V, P is print. Control C and Control V for pasting. That's how you can create multiple letters. So if you have a duplicate letter in your name, you can definitely click that. Okay, so now this supposedly is the end of our lesson here, but we're going to add something to that. We're going to make some cool stuff with this. So this actual project here is going to be kind of neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize this so it fits, you know, my name. I don't want to have this humongous, huge, long thing. But then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make this bigger down here, just a little bit, about like that. And I'm also going to resize this. So again, I'm going off the grid here. I'm going off the cuff. Okay, we're going to do some extra stuff. So I'm going to make this a little bit wider. And what we're going to do right here is we're actually going to put some holes, because we're going to hang some things on this. So as you work in projects in tech integration, you can earn badges. And those badges, oops, I'm going to have to move this down too. These badges are going to be in the form of little keychains with little tags on them, basically. And you're going to put those tags on your nameplate, which is going to be, I think, kind of cool. Why is that not adding up? I'm going to use my arrow keys. If you use the arrow keys too when you click on something instead of clicking and dragging, it's a little bit more fine. That's perfect. That's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I can actually click on holes. Look at that. Holes. I want to make holes. I want to make a cylinder hole. If I click and drag this out there, it'll go just perfect for me. But that is an enormous hole. I don't want that. I want something pretty small that I can just fit a little keyring on. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try it. Okay, so I'm going to put that right about there. And I'm going to say hole. I think it already is a hole. Is it down all the way? I think it is. Why is this doing this? I scrunch this down. It looks like it's so tall. I think that's good. Okay, and then when you get that set up, you're going to do another control copy it, and then we're going to go paste, 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 paste. So I should have 5. I want you to have 5 of those holes. Does that mean that we're going to have 5 possibilities for you to earn an award this year? Maybe. Haven't quite figured that out yet. And then space those out here. Like so. You know what? Yeah, do 5. Do 5. And just space them. Oh my gosh, I'm making it big. Just do 5. Space them out accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't make it bigger. Finicky. Finicky, finicky. This is what this stuff is. Try not to get them on the letters either, because you don't want to have like missing spaces in your letters. Gosh, use those arrow keys. Those arrow keys are so much better than the mouse. I'm figuring this out as I go along, just like you are. Those arrow keys are so much better. Way easier. There we go. That's kind of spaced pretty good right there. Now, if you follow along with these little tips, these tips will tell you like the same thing, other than like to putting the holes on and stuff. But when you get completely finished, what you're going to do is actually select the whole thing. Look at that. Select the whole thing. And then what you're going to say is group. And so you group it all as one thing. And now look at that. Now you've got this is set up perfect, and you've got some holes right there. And this thing is ready to be printed. Look at that. That's cool. So that's what I want you to work on for this. This is the survive part. The thrive part, of course, is going to be, actually getting it printed off. So that's a whole nother step and a whole nother project. So we're going to not worry about any of the other stuff. I was actually trying to work ahead of things. I want you to get this part done. Boy, if you can get this part done in one class period, you are a rock star and are ready to start working on some other stuff next time. So good luck. And if you have any questions or problems, or you're having some issues with anything, remember, raise your hand. President Mr. Meyer will be around to give you a helping hand. So good luck.
Everything is awesome.